What's up guys, Crispy Bond here, and with the holiday season being here, I assume some of you got the new Mario Party Jamboree game. I'm gonna be listing off and ranking the maps from best to worst. Yes, there will be spoilers in this video, but guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And comment down below on what you think of my list and what is your list. So let's get right into it. So starting off at last, dead last, no competition, at number 7 is Mario's Rainbow Castle. Where do I even start with this map? First of all, I should point out that this map has to be unlocked. You don't get it automatically, you have to work for it, which is horrible. Like the worst map you have to unlock. Now again, all subjective, I think it's the worst map for many reasons. Number 1, you need to unlock it, like what the hell, why do I need to work for this map? And number 2, it is so linear, like it's unbelievably linear. It's pretty much a straight shot to the star, except for, you know, there's 2 roundabouts in this map. One at the kind of the beginning, but if you go left on the roundabout, you go right to a boo, and then it leads back to our main path where you take all the way down, which then leads you to a second roundabout, which gives you nothing. You heard me, it gives you absolutely nothing. There's nothing of use there, it just takes a little longer to get to the star. You may be wondering, well, Crispy, why do you want to take a little longer to get to the star? For the simple fact is that once someone reaches the star, yes, note that I said reaches. They don't need to obtain it, they don't need to buy it. Once someone reaches the star, it goes away. And there's only one point on the map where you get the stars at the very end of the main path. And like, once that happens, Bowser shows up and he gives you a Z-Tar, I think it's called, maybe, possibly. A Z-Tar, what that does is that you lose 20 coins, which isn't fun, but then it goes back to a star. So this is the gimmick. It goes back and forth between Bowser and Star, which is literally the worst design ever. So once it goes to Star, you want to pretty much take the longest path possible or land on one of the 7 event spaces, which puts it from a star to a star or vice versa. Or you have another option, and this one gets underneath my skin. You can use an item called, where is it in my script? I don't remember where it is. Uh-oh, I can't find it. Give me a second. It is called, there it is, the Tower Turner. This is 20 coins. Let me say it again. This is 20 coins. It is a premium item in this game. It is 5 less than a golden pipe. But this thing has a chance to turn it from a Z-Tar to a star. A chance. If I'm spending 20 coins, that thing better guarantee I get the star. Like, guarantee. Like, imagine buying a golden pipe. Right, buying a golden pipe and being like, alright, you got a 50-50 chance of going to the star. Why would I buy it? Like, what is the point of this thing? It is quite literally useless. It makes, like, I can go on a rant on why this map is literally awful, but I have a whole video to make on this thing, so it bothers me so much. But yeah, like, this map is so bad. Like, it's so unbelievably bad that I just can't be bothered. At number 6, we have Rollon Raceway, which is very unfortunate. So I was looking forward to this map a lot when they first announced the game. This is one of their featured maps. They're like, hey, look at this map, Rollon Raceway. You're in cars. I'm like, oh, sick. I'm into F1. I can't wait for it. But it falls in the same issue as last map, is that it is very linear. Like, it's unbelievably linear. You have 2 forks in the road. The first fork is very important. The first fork is where you can get the stars. Now, on this map, there's 2 places you can get stars. Not 1, but 2. It's on either the top path or the lower path. It's very easy. If you get 1 star, it goes down to the other path and vice versa. Duh. And the second path is at the end of the map, which you can either go down the main straight and get 10 coins, which those 10 coins do increase per lap you make. It gets 10 coins per lap you complete, or you can go up to the pit lane. And in this pit lane, you can get 3 items. Spending 10 coins, get 3 items. Now these 3 items can range from anything. Either curse die, a ticket, triple die, or even the turbo die, which is a good segue into this item, the turbo die. On paper, fantastic item. You can either buy it from the shop for 12 coins or get it through these means as well, or through the item event space. But it's such a shame. It's such a cool item that is just like, why ruin it by this one ability right here? So you can use it. You spend 4 dies, right? 4. Great. 1 more than the triple die. Like, fantastic. But the catch is, you don't stop anywhere unless you stop at a fork of the road. So that means you skip every star, every shop, only 2 shops, only 1 shop, sorry, the boo, you don't get the coins for going past the finish line, you can't even buy the 3 items. It is literally just a Hail Mary attempt to get the Sightseer star, which is a chance of happening in every game. So it just makes it's just like, again, it follows in the same path of the last map, very linear, and a map specific item that does quite literally nothing of intrigue or use, and it's such an unfortunate thing. I just really wish that thing didn't have that downside to it. Again, it'll probably be very broken, but listen, only 10 more spaces than a triple die, like, it can't be that much more broken. Like, it's the reason why it's on this map. It's to get from point A to point B and to get the star. If an item stops you from getting a star, then it's useless. Number 5 is Mega Wiggler Tree Party, which is the first level 1 map you get, and you don't have to unlock it, unlike a certain map we mentioned earlier. This map is a great tutorial map. Even though, yes, it is very linear, the stars can, you know, believe it or not, spawn in different locations instead of being at the end of the map, which is a cool part. Now, the gimmick of this map is that there's a giant, well, Mega Wiggler in the middle of the map, which has 2 locations you can move from. In order to move it, you have to land on either one of these, probably 4 event spaces, or, hear me out here, there's another map exclusive item, and would you believe it, it's worth 5 coins, and it's not random. It does its job. You can just use it and he just moves. It is like the best thing ever. And you can stop on him. And if someone moves it while you stop on him, well, then your path changes completely. Now on him, I believe there's like 3 lucky spaces and 1 blue space. Now if you hit the exclamation point 1 too many times, it becomes angry. Like all Wigglers do, they become angry. And when it becomes angry, all the lucky spaces turn into unlucky spaces, and the blue space turns into a Bowser space, which is, you know, a pretty cool thing. Now, the only downside to this map really is that it's linear, kind of linear. There's a bunch of ways where you can branch off and do different things. There's a whole middle part where you can switch around. But if you want to avoid all that, you can, and just go make a straight beeline to one of the star locations. But yeah, that's my number 5 entry. Now, number 4 would be controversial to probably some of you. It is one of the 3 unlockable maps, and it's going to be King Bowser's Keep. Yes, King Bowser's Keep is my number 4 pick. You have to unlock this one by getting 30 achievements, which is holding it down into a higher spot in my opinion. But where this map really shines is in 2 areas. It is the main hub of the map, and then what branches off from the main hub. So let's talk about the main hub for now. You can only move to the right, and if you land on an event space, you can move to the left. But where it really gets interesting is that there's 2 Bowser spaces on that area already. Every 2 to 3 turns, Imposter Bowser will add 2 more spaces, being a max of 17 spaces can be on the board at once. Now, like I said, in order to change directions of the center area, you have to land on an exclamation point in the center area. Or there's an item you can buy called Bowser's Bayway Lever, which costs 10 coins at the shop, literally at the very beginning, literally like 4 steps in. You can buy it for 10 coins. And what it does, it's not a chance like, you know, the tower one. It switches it from left to right. It takes it from the opposite direction. Now, you can really troll your friends here, where if it's a higher stage, or higher round, I should say, you can switch it back and forth over and over again, so they keep going into an endless loop in the middle, and they keep losing, you know, coins, stars, do Bowser Revolution, or Bowser Shuffle, yada yada yada. Now, the second aspect this map really shines on is what branches off from the center areas. A few small areas. There's one top left, there's one top right, and there's one just before the top right. There's a key door that you can open there. Now this map has 2 boos. One that is free, that if you take the right path or the left path and the birds merge at some point to the boo, or one where you can use a key to get into the boo. But the other part that's very interesting is what we call Bowser's Vault. I believe it's called Bowser's Vault. I can't find it in my script again because I'm not following my script. I don't know. It's called, yeah, visit Bowser's Vault. I found it. Now this vault in the beginning of the game only has 10 coins in it. Now you may be asking, well, Crispy, what's the point of going there? Hold on, Timmy. Hold on. We're getting there. Every time you land on a Bowser space and you lose either a star or a coin, it goes into that vault. So think about it, if you do 30 rounds, and everyone lands on a Bowser at least 5 times, there's probably at least like 10 stars and like 250 coins in that vault. And everyone's going for that vault one way or another. But this map really shines in Pro Rules. Yes, Pro Rules is holding it back by only having 12 rounds, which really limits how many Bowsers can spawn. But in Pro Rules, if you didn't know, every time you land on Bowser space, you lose 1 star. So by turn 6, you can have like 12 stars in the vault. If you don't have a star, you lose half your coins. So it's like a very dangerous game to play in Pro Rules, which is the best part of it, because everyone rushes to it before the 12 rounds end. In order to get into the vault, there are 2 separate numbers they need to guess, and both of them are between 1 and 9. Now, what really drags this map back is how old it can get fast. Like, very fast. If you're not playing Pro Rules, you can buy infinite mushrooms, you can buy infinite levers, you can buy infinite cursed dies, and the game just drags on and on and on and on. In Pro Rules, that helps a little bit, but then Pro Rules isn't as long as a regular game, so that kind of also holds it back. So that's where I'm at with this map right now. Unless they change Pro Rules somewhere in the future to have 15 turns, or where you can customize Pro Rules to your own customization point, where you can have X amount of items instead of only 2. Like, if they added that, that would be cool, but it doesn't look like they're gonna add that in the future. But it really hinders your experience on the map, and you can't like really look at the rest of the map because they keep pushing it back and forth on you. But yeah, that's my number 4 pick. Now number 3 is the last map you can unlock, and that is I just wrote Western. I don't know what's the actual name of this map. Please stand by. Or there it is. It's actually just called Westernland. In Westernland, it's also a remake from, I believe, Mario Party 2. Mario Party 2, I believe. And it's one of the better maps that you can unlock in this game, and one of the better maps in general, because it's in my top 3. What makes this map very fun, in my opinion, you have so much freedom in this map that you aren't bound in going in one direction. You're not bound to take the track. You take the inroads to go up, and in the inroads you can go left or right, and it's just a very a map you can experience and really enjoy. Now, if you take the tracks all the way around, you can do that. You can take the train all the way from one train stop and to one of the other 2. There's 3 train stops in total. There's also 2 boos on this map, which is very fun. One in the beginning, and then one towards the very end. Now, what you can do on this train is that the one change they had from the original is that you can go backwards. You heard that right. You can go backwards on this train. Now, again, it's 50-50, yes. But that makes sense. Alright, you're spending 3 coins to either go 1 stop forward or 1 stop backwards, or 2 stops forward, 2 stops backwards. Up to you, you pick. The best part, or the worst part, is if you take a train and someone's on the track, they get sent all the way back to spawn, which is the best part of this. Now, at the very top of the map, next to the 3rd train station, or just before the 3rd train station, you can buy tickets. And what these tickets do, if you go to a train station that has no train, you can call the train to that station and then not take it. This happened to me so many times when I'm just chilling on the track, and then someone goes to the 3rd train station, has no train, uses the train to get and knocks me back to spawn, and they go on their merry days. They just committed like manslaughter and just ignored it. Like, what? I knew who it was. It was Luigi. I remember the video. I'm gonna put it on camera, on video right now, of the clip of Luigi absolutely killing me. Ain't that ironic? Luigi twice in 1 year. Like this. Like, it really shouldn't, but it is. Oh, kill yourself. Luigi, respectfully kill yourself, Luigi. You better write it. He didn't even want to write. At number 2, we have Goomba's Lagoon. Controversial as well. Many people don't really find this one as one of the higher up ones, but what makes this map really cool for me is that there's 2 separate locations on this map. There's the top part, which is the volcano, and there's the bottom part, which is a resort of some. Every, I believe, 2 turns, the water rises and lowers, which is a cool feature to have because, you know, sometimes having this map just completely open isn't a good thing. Now when it rises, some may say, genius, you cannot go to the other side of the map. But there were three there were three locations on this map, which I'm going to highlight right now, where if you get stuck on at high tide, you keep going in circles endlessly. Like, I mean, endlessly going in circles. You cannot stop. You will be put in circle hell, some may say. Now, again, like the other maps, there is a special item you can buy. I'm not sure how much it costs. I think it costs around 5 or 7, I think is one of the two options. I don't remember. How silly me not having my information correct. But it can actually lower or raise the tide, and you won't believe it, not randomly. I believe also there are 2 boos on this map, if I'm not mistaken. There's one on the far left when the tide is low, and there's one on the far right that you can only get at low tide as well. Duh. But the interesting part of this map is where the Goomba Mountain is. Once you reach the tip of the mountain, just below the Goomba, a cutscene happens. No matter what you do, if you just pass by, you don't need to activate anything, you just gotta walk by it. And if you go up towards the mountain, you have no choice but to go by it. So, tough shit. There's 2 outcomes you can get. One where it slathers lava all over the tiles on the mountain, and every time you walk over it, I believe you lose either 3 or 5 coins, I'm not quite sure. But, the other alternative is that if you go by it, golden Goombas come out. Now, if you go on the golden Goombas on the spaces, you gain 3 to 5 coins. So, it's a very dynamic lose or win. I believe every time somebody walks by it, it refreshes. I think it's like 50-50 what you get. I'm not quite sure. I can't be honest with you. I don't know the math top of my head. But this map is very also inclusive, and it makes you decide directions and like how far ahead you want to plan, what you're gonna do at high tide if you want to keep going in circles in high tide over and over again. But yeah, this is my map for number 2. And in my opinion, the best map in Mario Party Jamboree is Rainbow Galleria. It is the shopping mall one, which is another one that they had featured on their trailer, I believe it was, when it first came out on the Direct. I can't speak today, on their Direct. What is so good about this map, you may ask? It is 3 stories with many ways to go from the first floor to the 3rd floor, 2nd floor. It doesn't matter what floor you want to go on. There's a way to get there from the bottom floor. There's an added feature on this map where in certain locations there are stamps. If you get a stamp, 4 stamps, you get 50 coins, which you won't get that in one turn. You will do it around the course of the game if you go around the path accordingly. Now, the best part about this is that there are many shops scattered around. Some of them you can get just by walking by. Some of them you can only get by landing on exclamation point. Two of the important ones being the Boo Shop, which you can get a Boo Bell there, or the Gold Shop, where you can get a Golden Pipe, double Golden Double Die, and triple Golden Die, which are very important to get. There is one Boo on the map on the top left, but this map is just so inclusive. Every time you buy an item, there's an exclamation point in the corner on the 2nd floor, where every time you buy an item, you get that many raffles, and then you can get a certain amount of coins out of it. Or, if you're lucky, you can get a Golden Pipe, which is the best reward you can get from that game. I'm not sure if you can get it more than 1 per game, but I digress, I guess. Every 2 or 3 turns, a flash sale happens, where everything goes on sale. You won't believe what goes on sale? Even the stars. The stars go on sale too, and this is what makes this map so fun, is that you can plan around getting the flash sale. And that's like the most ideal way, because the stars also spawn relatively close to each other in this map, and if you get a nice high roll, you can buy like 2 or 3 stars in 1 turn, ideally, which is like just phenomenal planning. But this is my list of the worst to best Mario Party maps. Leave a comment down below what you guys think, and let me know your list down below. And guys, have a great day, and peace out.